Yo, what's up, gentlemen? So I'm just driving right now, and I need to get a video up for today. And I had a topic that's been, spinning around in my head for a while, which is competition, and how all of these, there's so many self-development YouTubers and influencers and coaches saying you should only compete with yourself. And there's only a few guys that actually say that that's bullshit. Guys like Hamza, guys like First Man, there's a few guys in the masculinity space that actually talk about how you really should compete with other men. And it's like almost mandatory. It's almost required that you compete with other men. And what I want to talk about today is how mandatory challenge and competition actually is. Because here are the facts, and I'm going to lay it out just plain as day for you right now. I have been working on myself to maximize my attractiveness to women for 8 years, okay? And I did it in a very inefficient way. That's why I coach and do what I do, because to be honest, I don't want a lot of guys out there struggling the way that I did. And so I don't want guys blindly fumbling around, trying pickup tactics, trying like this red pill stuff, trying all this different shit that honestly doesn't work at the end of the day unless you have a very, very select set of traits set up for yourself inside of, your personality and your masculinity, right? And so the reason I coach this stuff is because I don't want guys wasting time. But I spent a lot of time, okay? I spent 8 years learning how to attract women. And I got to the point where I was pulling girls home almost every night I go out. And it wasn't really a question of whether or not I was going home with someone. It was, who am I going home with? And if I don't go home with someone and I was actually horny and I wanted to have sex, who was I gonna hit up? What girl that I have on call ready to hang out if I didn't meet anybody that night? And that's just how life was for me for a while. And I've gotten to that point where it's easy now. It's on autopilot. I know how to do it. I know how to attract women, whether it's during the day, at night, whatever. And the reason I'm telling you this is not to brag, but it's to tell you that there are guys out there that are better than me, that are more attractive than me, that have this figured out to a higher degree than I do. And so if you want to go after high quality women and date really, truly high quality women, you need to understand that you're going to be competing against guys like me, guys like the guys I'm talking about that are even further ahead of me, right? There are guys out there that are significantly further ahead. Sorry for the background noise. They're significantly further ahead in terms of their self-development, their body, their fitness, their communication, finances, all of their attractive traits, and they've had it built out for years. And so I'm telling you that because it's time to start now, bro. There are a lot of self-development YouTubers that'll tell you that you have all the time in the world. Think long-term. And you do need to think long-term, but you can't be thinking long-term when it comes to starting, right? If you're 20 and you're watching this video, you're 5 years out from being a man that just has whatever women he wants in his life all the time. And that's something that, let's be honest, most guys want, okay? If you're 30, you're maybe 2 to 3 years out, right? Because maybe you have some resources, maybe you have some life experiences, you're 2 to 3 years out. Maybe if you're 40, you're 1 to 2 years out. And some guys, maybe you're 6 weeks out, but you're never gonna get there unless you start. And so you have to prioritize this. At some point in your life, you need to spend time learning how to attract women. Let's pretend you have a business, right? At some point, you're gonna get so distracted by the fact that you have no pussy that you are going to sacrifice everything in order to get pussy, all right? And so you need to master this skill. You need to learn how to attract women, because it's the same thing with money. At a certain point, you're so broke, you will do anything to make money, right? And it's the same thing with women. It's the same thing with status. You need to have all these levels, right? All these parts of your life hammered out. You need to actually be working on them, because if you do not realize that you are in competition with every other man on the planet, then you are going to lose, because they're playing the competition whether you like it or not. They are competing with you. And so you need to understand that you are competing every day. And if you don't know you're competing, you're going to lose. So you might as well accept it. You can complain about it, or you can accept it, right? There's two options. And so you need to choose. Are you going to compete? I want you to comment compete down below so I know that you watched the end of the video. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.